Hello everyone, I am Uberswe, and in this video we will be building a crate mod train station. We're just going to be using the base crate mod without any other mods. This is build number 7 of my 30-day crate mod build challenge, a challenge I started to become a better builder. Each of my builds in this challenge take less than 1 day to build, they have to fit in a 25 by 25 plot, and even though I'm in creative mode, I do my best to keep things both simple and survival friendly. Here's a list of all the different things I'll be building as part of this video series. I'm also including a link in the video description below to the mod pack I'm using that has this map and chart of all the builds. Towards the end of this video, I will also be taking a look at a few train stations built by viewers that have submitted their builds as part of this challenge. If you'd like to join the challenge, you can upload a schematic of your build to either createmod.com, schematiccannon.com, or my Discord. Make sure to tag your build with 30-day challenge so that it's easier for me to find. I've already gotten started with a stone platform on either side of the train tracks here as a base to build everything else. So now that we've built our platforms here, we can go ahead and place a train station. Now to do this, you want to hold the train station in your hand like this, and then you want to right click on the track to actually place this marker here. And then I'm going to place the train station in here, but you could place it anywhere nearby. You can actually place it pretty far away, so we can mark here, and your train station, it can be all the way over here. Yeah. So you can place the train station pretty far away, and once you no longer need the train station, you can just remove it. Once you have the train station set up like this, you can right click on it, and here you have the configuration. So right now there's no train here, and you can set it to like open all the doors, or you can set like which side of the train you want to open the doors on, which is really cool if you only have like one platform. And then here at the top, you can click this little icon here, and then we can change the name of the station to subscribe, for example. And once we click the check mark, our station is now called subscribe. To assemble a train, we can click this create new train button here. And this will put the station in assembly mode. And if we remove this block here, you can actually see the little marker here. There's like this blue marker, which means assembly mode. If I click the X here, cancel assembly, then we can see that the station is no longer in that mode. So we'll click create train again. Then we can use a train casing to make a boogie. And I'm just going to place it right here on the blue where that track is, just like so. And we have our boogie. And if you want to change the way this looks, you can just right click with a wrench, just like so. And that can change between the two different modes. Now there are mods that add more modes, but currently I'm only using the base create mod here. And if we want to make a basic train, we can maybe use some train casing like this to just add another block here. You could have any type of block here, but I'm going to use train casing. And then you need forward facing train controls. So these are the train controls, and these are facing forward now. If they're facing this way, that's backwards. So this is not going to assemble because the train controls are facing the wrong way. So you need forward facing train controls. Now, if you wanted to, you could also have backwards facing train controls. You can have both, but you must have the forward facing train controls. And this is not needed, but I'm going to go ahead and add a seat as well, which will allow you to sit on the train. Otherwise, you have to stand there. And if you have lag or something, it's not going to work. So we'll use our super glue, and I right clicked on the boogie there as our first point of contact. And then I'm just going to make a 2x2 area here with the super glue to just glue everything together. And then we can go into our station by right clicking on the station, and we can see train assembly. We now have one boogie. Use train casing on the highlighted tracks to create boogies. Remove boogies by breaking the block on top. Build carriages attached to 1 or 2 boogies each. So those are the rules for assembling a train. And once you are ready to assemble, just click assemble train here. And now we have an unnamed train, and we can call this like train 1 or something. You can give it any name you'd like. And now you can see that it's a carriage contraption. It's no longer individual blocks here. And if we take a seat here, we can grab the train controls. And if you go into F5, you'll have a slightly different view from what you usually have. But now we can drive our train, just like this. And then once you want to go back to the station, you can hold space and it will automatically approach the station and stop the train right on the station. And you'll know if you're on the station by that red flag. Let me get a closer look here. So this red flag here will pop up if there's a train on the station. So if you're slightly off like this, you'll see that the train or the flag is no longer there because the train is not directly on top of the station. So you need to basically be perfectly stopped on there. And the best way to do that is just to back up a little bit and then hold space to approach the station, and it will automatically pop into place. And now that we're stopped at the station, we can disassemble the train by clicking this. And now this is back into block mode. You can see we can now like remove our train controls and things like this if we want to modify the train. If you don't have train controls, then when you try to assemble the train, you're going to get an error like this. Attach at least one forward-facing train control block, or are you missing superglue? So that's another good thing to think about. If you have train controls, but maybe you remove the superglue here, it's still not going to assemble. So that's another good thing to keep in mind, that you do need to like superglue everything. You could make this first carriage longer by adding some blocks and then having like another train casing like this. And as long as you glue everything together, that's going to become one section of a train. So this is like one train car or one train locomotive. And you could also have carriages. So you could actually put one like back here. Anywhere where it's blue, it's okay to put boogies. So we could actually like make it like this, and we could attach these two and super glue them together like that. And now we're gonna have two train cars. And obviously you can build these larger. I'm just like doing this as a kind of tutorial for how to build trains. And you wanna right click on your station and click assemble train. And now you can see that it automatically generates this like band here, which will attach your boogies to each other. So this is like a flexible band, like a chain or something like that, which holds the boogies together. So now if we drive this train, you'll see that when we hit this turn up here, it's actually going to turn as a locomotive and a rail car, just like so. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove this train as we don't actually need it right now for our station. We already have a different train that is going around. Now the train that I've created is this one right here, and we're going to go ahead and hook it up to our new station. I'm using a driver. You could use any mob to drive your train. In my case, I'm using this parrot here to drive. And to do that, we're going to use a train schedule. So a train schedule, you can just right click while holding it in your hand. And here you can kind of see the current setup. So we have track station here and track station 2. I currently have not given them real names here, but all I've done is like I've had 2 stations because I didn't have this station yet. I was planning to add it. So what we can do is we can add this new station. So we can say travel to station. And then if we click here, we'll see track station 2, and also subscribe. So we can select the subscribe station, and it's going to get added to our schedule here. And you can see now at station 2 and the other station, it's just waiting for 0 seconds, which is fine because we're not using those stations right now. It's just going to stop and then leave automatically. But maybe at this station, we want it to wait. So we have a scheduled delay. So wait for 30 seconds. So we want it to wait a little bit longer here. Now, with schedules, you can also do alternative conditions. So you can say wait for 30 seconds, or, and here's an alternative condition. You can also say, wait for a time of day, or if the fluid cargo is filled up on the train, or if you have item cargo, or there's a redstone link that's giving power. you know, whatever it is, you can have like multiple different reasons here. So one that I'm gonna add is players seated. And I'm gonna say, so we're gonna want one player seated, and we're not gonna use exactly, we're gonna say or above. So if one or more players are seated, then we will go. But we don't want it to go right away because, you know, trains arrive and stuff, and you might have players. So we can say, okay, scheduled delay. We'll say 5 seconds. So players sit down, and then like 5 seconds later, the train will go. So that players that sit down don't have to wait the full 30 seconds. So we're gonna click the check mark, and then we take the schedule, and we walk over to our train here, and we just right click on our parrot, just like so. And now the parrot has the new train schedule, and it's gonna go around the map. And eventually it'll come back here to our train station. Now, this map is part of the mod pack that I'm playing on. So if you're also on this map, it will take the train about 3 minutes to go all the way around and come back here. So while the train is running, I'm going to keep working on the train station. So the next thing I need is some kind of walkway over the rail here to get to the other side, to the other platform. So we're going to get started with that. Now, I think I'm going to build this out of spruce logs and dark oak planks. Not really sure why. It just feels like something that would be fitting. So let's make this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tall, just like so. And then we'll leave like 3 blocks, and we'll do another one here to the same height. And then I guess we'll have like another one and another one here as well. And then I think we're gonna have this here, this here. We'll have some spruce stairs here probably. I do realize that I need to get a little bit better at decorating stairs, I think, but this will do for now. And then up here, we're gonna need some spruce plank slabs, or I mean dark oak slabs. Let's see, dark oak slab, yeah, there we go. So we'll use this for the actual floor up here. And we'll expand that there. And now we're gonna build like a walkway across here to this side. And I think that's gonna be tall enough for the train. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty good. And then on this side, we're gonna basically do the same thing. So we're gonna have some pillars that are 6 tall here. Just like so. And then we'll have some all the way in as well. So we'll put another pillar here, 6 tall. And another one here. Just like so. And we'll bring this over all the way. Oh yeah, and under these, we do want some stairs on either side here. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna put some, oops, did not mean to do that. So we're gonna put some stairs there. I think just having this like little touch of stairs like this kind of makes it look like the structure is kind of being held up in a way. Oh yeah, we can remove these. We're gonna have the same thing as the other side here. So we're just gonna have stairs going down like this. Oh yeah, we can remove this as well, just to have it look a little bit nicer there. There we go. And now I'm gonna go ahead and get some lanterns and some copycat panels. And we'll just put the lanterns up here to give it some more light, I think. Just like so. And then copycat panels, they can be used for decorations. So you can, for example, you know, make them look like logs like this. But I think I kind of like the way they look just as copycat blocks, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to use this to kind of give some fencing or like some edges to our walkway here. Kind of gives it that industrial look. There we go. And then up here, we're just going to put these like that outside here. Yeah, there we go. Oop, did not mean to do that. I'm having a lot of trouble placing these blocks. Okay. And then on the opposite side, we'll do the same thing. There we go. And then here, we're just going to put copycats on the inside, and then we're going to do the stairs as well. Just like that. And I think that was looking pretty good. So now we have a bit of a walkway here where we can look down on the trains that are passing by. Currently we only have one train, but I do plan to add more trains throughout this series. Now for the outside here, I'm basically going to repeat this design here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a spruce log like this. Just 3 all the way across, and then we're going to place fence gates in between, like so. And then we're going to use lanterns on top. And I'm just going to do this like all the way around like this. Here we only have 2 spaces in between, but I think that's fine. And then for here, I think we're just going to go 3 spaces like this, so that we have a little bit of room there between the train coming in and our like wall. And basically the same thing on this side as well. So we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, place another one. And I'm also going to get rid of these copycat panels here, just like the lowest ones, just so we can fit our lanterns and stuff in here and make the fence go all the way around. And then we don't have anything here, so we're just going to connect this like so. And if we go underneath here, we can just connect these pillars here. And we'll do the same thing on the opposite side, or we just connect these as well. I am planning on building a building here, so I don't know if we need anything right here right now. We'll revisit that later, but we'll go ahead and add lanterns to all our pillars here. And now we're starting to get kind of a wall or an edge to this area, and it's starting to look a little bit more like a station. Next, we're gonna clear out an area here where I'm gonna build a building. It's gonna be kind of like a help desk for when you're having trouble finding your train, or you need to buy like tickets or something like that. Like an info kiosk, I guess, but for a train station. There's probably a better name for it. We're gonna make the floor be cut limestone bricks. So we'll go ahead and fill this right up like so. And then as an outline, we're just going to put some deep slate bricks right here, just like this. Make that go all the way around. And this is going to be the base of our house right here. We'll leave this 2 open. That will be like a double door here. For the walls, I'm going to use more cut limestone bricks like this. And we're going to go every 3 blocks and just go up 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to use some brick here just to add a bit of color to our walls. We have a lot of black and white here, but I think this is going to look nice. So every time we have like a 3 wide wall, we're going to leave a gap for a window back here. This wall is only 2 wide, so I'm not going to leave a gap there. And inside the gaps here, we're going to put ornate iron windows. And these are from the crate mod actually. So, and they look quite nice. They're like a little bit better than just plain old windows, as they give that curve at the top. You know, so it's an easy way to get a curve on like a single block. And we can also add a little bit of brick wall up here, just to kind of cover our doors. And right here, I'm going to get some birch doors, and we're going to get some birch pressure plates. So we'll put our doors right here like so, and then we can put some birch pressure plates there. And now if we walk through here, these doors will automatically close. So Now for the roof here, I'm a little bit limited because I'm trying to keep this inside a 25 by 25 area. And I realized that building a train station in a 25 by 25 area is pretty hard, but we're going to try to make the best of this roof anyways. So I'm going to add like a border with some deep slate brick slabs here. And then for the inside of the building, I am going to use some of this cut viridium, which is a crate block actually. And we're just going to go like this on either side, I think. And then we're going to use some stairs. We're going to put them this way. And then here on the inside, I'm going to have some cut limestone bricks. Same as we have on the outside, basically. Oh, we can also add these on the inside, so they kind of hold up our roof here. Just like this. We'll add them all the way around. We'll have another set of blocks here. And then up here, we're just going to add some stairs going in like this. I just want to create a little bit of depth and like, I don't know, contour in our roof. I'm not really good at the design terms, so I don't know what I'm talking about here, but you know, make it a little bit interesting, make it look a little bit cool, right? And now we're going to put more viridium here. So this station is going to have a green roof. And then on the inside, to make this look a little bit nicer, I'm just going to go in here and put stairs like this. So it's going to be a bit of a thick roof, just like that, but I think it looks okay. I would, if I could, I would like make a border, like make the roof go out here, because it looks kind of nicer if the roof like extends over the side. But that would put us outside the boundary of the build. So since I'm sticking to my rules, that would kind of be cheating, I would say. But, you know, if you're doing this challenge, you're free to bend the rules a little bit. So you can do as you please. I mean, the important thing here is that we're all practicing building and we're all learning and just getting better. I think that's the main thing here. And now that I look at this, I can actually extend the front a little bit here. So if I do this, whoops, like this, then we can actually get rid of this and we'll extend this out a little bit. And that'll just give it a little bit nicer shape here. We're gonna have to bring these back. There we go. I think that adds a little bit more of a, I don't know, a difference to it. Makes it look a little bit more interesting here. We could also do something in here, but I don't want to mess with the stairs that I already have. So this will do for now. Over on this side, I want to add like a display board here. So we're just going to dig down a little bit here because I need somewhere to get the power from. So I went ahead and dug out the hole a little bit more. And the first thing I want to do here is put down a water wheel, just like this. And then we'll put a stone up here on top. We can also put a couple of stones here just to block it off. And then we'll put some water here. And that's going to give us some rotation here. Now, this is moving too slow to power a display board. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a large cog here. And then we're going to put casing on top of it. We'll have a small cog right here and a large cog to that. So here we doubled the speed. And now if I put a small cog here, we've doubled again. So we went from, I believe, 4 RPM to 8 RPM. And here we're at 16. And we need to get up to 32 for the display board. So we'll put another casing up here. This casing basically prevents these two shafts from connecting. That's the only reason I'm using casing here. You could, of course, place the cog like on the opposite side and they wouldn't connect. But casing is free to use if you're in survival. It doesn't cost anything to use the casing as long as you have one in your hand. And you can just put them on top like this to prevent them from connecting. We can put another large cog here, and we'll have a small cog right here, just like so. And this will allow us to kind of bring some power up to our display board. And we can actually put a casing on top of this and just put some casing here to kind of cover up this hole. And now we can put a display board on top of this. All right, and we'll go ahead and extend this by one more, just like so. And then we can go ahead and place our display boards. And now, since this is moving at least 32 RPM, the display board will function. If it's not moving fast enough, you'll have an error message if you're wearing your goggles. And I'm gonna make this 8 wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're gonna make it 4 high. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So quite a large display board, but this is going to show like our train schedules and things like that. So I want it to be fairly large to just accommodate a bunch of information. And there we go. And now we can say like, hello world. And if we right click with this here, you can see hello world. And we can also use like cyan dye, for example, like any kind of dye to color this. And that's one way of putting messages. Hello train. That's one way of putting messages on a display board. And I think you can right click here to get rid of it. Yeah, but we have a display link here in our hand. And if we have a display link, we can right click on a display and you can see it's like highlighting the entire thing here, right? Now, once that display is highlighted, we're not going to switch anything in our inventory or anything like that. Just keep the display link. And then we can go in here to our train station, and I'm going to get rid of this block here just to make some room. And we're going to place it on the side of the train station, just like so. You can see it like successfully bound to the targeted position. So now it's actually bound to our display there. However, you have to right click on this to configure it in order for it to start working. So now you can see we have train station summary, and we can also have train schedule status. But we want to look at train station summary, and you can see this is our train station, and we can change the train column size, which I'll show you like where that is. Basically, I just realized we changed this to cyan, but we can change it back to white. Okay, so the train column is this one right here, and currently it's at like 50%, I believe. So if we change it to like 45% here, you can see that we got some more room here on the right, and this column has gotten smaller. So you can kind of adjust the size here. So if I make this like really small, you can see that it's just saying train and then track station too. So then it's getting like truncated. So you want to make sure that this is like long enough so where your train names are actually shown. So my train is called train 30. It's arriving in 45 seconds and it's gonna go to track station 2. If we go over here, we can change the line that this is gonna start on. So now it's gonna start on line 2 instead. And you can see arriving in 30 seconds now. There we go. So we can see this is working, and we can right click up there because I'm no longer using that first line. And what I like to do here is I like to put like a header on top of this. So we can put like ETA, and then you're going to have a little bit of guesswork with the spacing. So I'm going to do like 2 spaces, train, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe. I'm kind of guessing here. And then we'll say destination like that. All right. And if we have that, we can right click on our board and you can see, okay, it's a little bit offset here. So we probably want to change the spacing. So we can do like in front of ETA here, we'll put a space and then we'll add like another couple spaces here to our destination, right? Okay, a little bit better. We can probably move destination even a little bit further here. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. And then to like make this a header, we'll make it cyan. You can make it any color you want, but I just want to differentiate between this top part and the lower part so you can tell that it's different. Now, a kind of a fun thing about train stations and display links. So this is our subscribe train station. And then we also have like on the opposite side of the map, we have track station 2, right? So what if we wanted to display the information about track station 2 on this display board? Well, we can just go into our display link here And instead of having subscribe here, we can just say train station 2. Was it track station? Track station 2. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze here. Okay, yeah. So we can see we have track station where it's going. So actually, we have another 2 stations. So I have track station 2, which is the first one it arrives to. And then we have track station. So you can see that train 30 is going to arrive at the station over there in about 1 minute. And then after that, it's going to go to subscribe, which is the train station here. And you can actually show like every train station. So for example, if we wanted to show both of the train stations over there, we can just do track with an asterisk like this. And now it's going to say that train is arriving to the first station here in 45 seconds. You can see it's going to arrive at track station. Oh yeah, it has some extra information as well. We can actually extend this. Think. There we go. It's still going outside, but basically you can have like platforms here. So the asterisk, whatever is in the asterisk, so in this case station is in the asterisk, whatever's in the asterisk will actually be put here. So you could have like station 1A, 2B, and so on. We'll just remove this for now. But yeah, if we wanted to show every station on the server, we could just have an asterisk and nothing else. And now the display board is going to show every station. So this here is our station. And then the 2 other stations that are further away are these 2 other ones. So you can see now we're getting information for all 3 stations. However, I like having information about the current station. So we're going to hide under here and we're just going to type in subscribe. But I just wanted to show how the display link can be very dynamic depending on like what you input as the station name that it should like match. So there's definitely a lot of customization that can be done. Oh, it seems we have a visitor here. Hello, Mr. Trader. Blue eyes. Small drip leaf. Wait, I've never seen... What? Is this a new item, or am I just going insane? I can't place it. Why can't I place it? Drip leaf. So I've seen these before, right? But where do the small drip leaves go? Do they go on drip leaves? Guys, what do you use drip leaves for? Like, what do you use the small drip leaves for? I've never seen this item, and I can't place it anywhere. If anyone knows how to use small drip leaves, please let me know in the comments down below. And I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this trader. And now we're pretty much done. So we have our little reception here, or ticket booth, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we have our train here, which will go back and forth. And then we have our display board here. I changed the other station to like, because, you know, why not? And yeah, over here we have a map. This shows the train track, where it goes all the way to the other side. So here's the other station. You have like over here. And you have subscribe over here. And the green marker here is where the map currently is. So this kind of marks out the area. And you have all the different plots here. So this will eventually fill up with more buildings and things. And that's our station finished.
Uber!
Oh, hey.
I like your train station here. It's pretty nice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Where did you come from?
That train?
That train? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. I won't ask any more questions then. But yeah, I just, I'm doing the 30-day build challenge, and this is my
Nice.
1 day build for today. So yeah, it's a nice little station.
It's very cool. I really like it. I like the little display board. I like little ticket hut. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the villager who
I'm
manages
sorry,
all the
I'm American,
tickets.
so I don't know if ticket hut is the correct
Oh,
thing you call this.
What do we call it in Europe? I'm not even sure, but Ticket Hut sounds nice. So
Ticket hut?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go with that.
We'll go with ticket hut then.
But yeah, I even set up this like map over here that shows the entire area, and you can even see this little green dot here. That's where we currently are.
Oh, did you do that with a banner?
Actually, it just does that. I'm not even sure how that happened.
Oh yeah, it does just do that. You can have the train station show up, right?
Oh really? Nice. That would be awesome.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna steal your map, and then
yeah, the train station's right over here. Let me
train station's over
see
here.
if I can find it. Yeah, behind these rocks here. We'll just remove those.
Sweet. Yeah, if you just right click the map, then you can have the train station show up.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome. Yeah, I see that. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a good station name. I think everybody should do that.
All right. And then I could just put it back here, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
Awesome. Too bad the map is flipped. There's no way to I guess flip the text.
That is strange. I've never realized that if you flip the map, it doesn't flip the text, but I guess that makes sense.
That is an issue. But that's really useful to know, like how to put a station on a map. Thank you for showing me. All right. See you, Pollard.
All right. I'm glad I could help. This is my train. I gotta get back on it.
And just like that, Pollard was gone.
Exactly. Just like that.
You gotta wait 30 seconds for it to
I know.
leave. This pig is a little bit slow. But he's really, he really cares about people, so he wants to make sure everyone gets on before driving away. Bye.
What a kind pig. Bye.
Polart is another Crate YouTuber like me, and I highly recommend that you check out his Ultimate Guide to Trains for the Crate mod. As of when I'm making this video, it's still the #1 go-to guide for Crate trains. And now that I'm done with my train station, we're going to be taking a look at a few builds submitted to me by my viewers. Now, as we look at builds submitted by our users, I will be turning on shaders, as I have here. It just makes the builds pop a little bit more, and it's kind of nice to have the different feeling for these builds. The first build we're going to look at is this build by Kua SR, which is this beautiful train station we have right here. So let's check it out. So as you come in here, we have this display board here with the current time. So in my world, it's 11:30. And you can see that there's 2 minutes left until the next train arrives. And when the train is actually here, we're actually going to see some additional information here about departures, which is kind of cool. I also like the decorations here with the flywheels and the cuckoo clock. So this will make a noise and have like a little cuckoo chicken thing come out when it's noon. Right now, I don't have time ticking in my world, so we won't really see it. But if you go around here, you'll see this is the actual train station platforms. And you can also get to the other side, and instead of building a bridge like I did, in this train station, you would actually go down below here through this tunnel, which is lit up by these sea lanterns, which is really nice. Looks like it really matches. And they also use the same technique that I did, where you have these copycat steps here. I used birch for mine, but here copper blocks have been used instead, which is pretty cool. Also, as we come back here, you can see the roof is kind of lifted in this area, so you have this really high ceiling, and you have these seats here where you can like sit and wait for your train to arrive. And now that the train is arriving, you'll see this additional information that I mentioned earlier. So every time the train comes here, you'll see departs in 10 seconds, for example. So it actually has a countdown of when the train will leave. So 5 seconds, you're like, no, I need to get to my train. Wait. And you missed your train. How unfortunate. So thank you so much, Kua SR, for submitting this build. Really awesome to see. And now it's time to look at our next build. This next build is built by JC Winner, and it's another train station. And it has these times on the outside here, so you can see open and close. And it actually features a really cool system. These doors here that you see, these glass doors, they automatically close and open depending on if it's night or day. And same thing with the lights here. You have these redstone lamps. These are all activated when it's nighttime. It's a station that automatically opens and closes. So if I set the time to midnight like it is now, then you can see all the redstone lights have lit up here. And you can also see the doors to the actual train station are now closed. So the inside area here is not open when it's nighttime, which I thought was like a really cool feature. There's not a lot of builds that I see that make use of one of these daylight detectors here, which is actually part of base Minecraft, just vanilla Minecraft. And there's also a little windmill here which powers everything down inside, such as the display board. I think it's probably the only thing that it powers is the display board here. So because you do need power to display like a different text. So thank you so much, JC Winner, for submitting this build. It's been awesome to take a look at. That's going to be all for this video. Hopefully you've learned how to make a Create Mod train station. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. In the next video, I will be building a Create Mod cocoa farm, which may actually be part of a chocolate factory. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.